So I know what some of y'all are gonna say. Y'all gonna be like, well, you're talking about, family business and this and that and so forth on YouTube. You're really putting your family business out there. So it kind of contradicts what you're saying, as far as dealing with the title, your family talk about you like you're a dog. Well, how else can I be able to relate? How else can I get my message out? Because I'm not the only one that's going through this. You understand? I'm not the only one that's going through this. And I just want to reach out to people. I want to be able to heal people. I want people to be able to heal from all the pain and suffering that their family members have taken them through. So yeah, I'm going to talk about my family business on this channel. You're right. If it's going to reach you, if it's going to make you a better person, like it made me a better person, because the whole solution to this is to walk away, is to disconnect. Because if you have any type of distrust in your family, there's no point in you being around them. There's no point in you telling your family members your family business, or rather your business, period. It took me a long time to realize that. You know what I'm saying? All that blood is thicker than water. That's all BS. You know what I'm saying? You know who's my family? People that think like me. They don't necessarily have to be blood related. It's people that think like me. They don't necessarily have to be a certain type of height, weight, etc. It's just people that think like me. That's who is really my family. That's who I can relate to. You understand? But all of that telling your family your business, I got to go. You know how many phone calls I got? You know what I'm saying? Where there's serpents behind the phone, whispering deceit in your ear like, hey, how you doing? And they really don't want to know how you're doing. They really want to know what you're doing. So they can be able to gossip to the next family member or to their coworker. That's even worse. When your family member not only gossips about your business to other family members, but they'll go outside of the family circle and tell all your business to someone that's a complete stranger to you. And then when they get caught, they say some dumb, ish. I'm trying not to curse. Bear with me, please. Like, well, that's a family member to me, but I don't know him. I don't know her. So why are you telling? Well, I thought it was. No, you always thinking. That's the problem. I'm so tired of family members gossiping. And most of the time, it's a lie. Like, I'll give you an example. For those that don't know, the last child that I had, right, was in Atlanta. Northside Hospital to be exact, right? And, no, excuse me, let me take that back. I got so many children. By the same mother. But I had so many children, I can't even keep up with them. So it wasn't the last child. It was the child before that, right? So, Femi is her name. So we had Femi at Northside Hospital in Atlanta, or rather, you'll say Metro Atlanta, right? And it was a lady that was trying to deliver the baby, right? In its embryonic sac. You understand? So she was like, yo, we're gonna try to get it without puncturing it. And to make the long story short, the mother of my children suffered from a PE, pulmonary embolism, something like that most black women suffer from and die from in the hospital. Like black women, that's another subject, but black women are dying in the hospital while delivering a child. Make the long story short, she suffered from that. She went into a straight up coma, and they induced her into a coma. She had seizures, all of that stuff. I'm not going to go into it. I don't want to go down that memory lane. But to make the long story short, I had called up the mother, her mother. My mother, the mother of my children, her mother, right? I called her up. She came down. Some of the other family members came down, and the mother of my children was in ICU for about 5 days. It was just a tragic, it was a tragic situation, you know what I'm saying, that she didn't die, but she was dead for about 2 days. I'm not gonna lie, right? So, I ain't gonna say dead like that, but you understand what I'm saying. ICU, coma, induced coma. She was at a vegetable state, right? So, make a long story short, she was okay. Everything was good. And the mother went back to where she lived, right? Next thing I know, word on the streets is, I tried to kill the mother of my children, right? Which was a lie. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna break it down to you. So there were papers that were supposed to be signed that I couldn't sign because I wasn't married to her. But the papers had to be signed in order for them to go through the certain procedures. I think it was a blood transfusion, if I'm not mistaken, right? So the mother had to come down and sign the papers. The mother already knew what she had to do. She already knew the situation. The doctors explained it to her and everything. Like, yo, ma'am, he can't sign because he's not legally, he can't legally sign the papers. He's not married to her. And if he does sign, I can get in trouble for it. So the mother already knew. Why she go back up to where she was at and was like, yo, he tried to kill my daughter and this and that and so forth. Let me give you another example. My sister, several years ago, she was messing with this guy, whatever have you. The guy was working for my great aunt. I don't know how this rumor started or whatever. Next thing you know, my sister has AIDS. Right? Which was a total lie. That was spread all around the family. And to church members. To church members. So now years ago, my sister had to walk around and it's like, figuring out, well, why are people looking at me a certain kind of way? They don't want to touch me, this and that, and so forth. Come to find out, everybody done told that. Family members done told everybody in the family and outside of the family that my sister had AIDS. Until this day, nobody has apologized to my sister for it. This is what I'm talking about. This is the BS that I'm talking about. And people wonder why people such as myself and you and others don't fuck with our family. Straight up. I haven't talked to my father in 3 years. I just stopped talking to my mother. I blocked her on my regular phone. You know what I'm saying? And my other family members, I haven't talked to them between, I think about roughly 10 to 20 years. I can do bad by myself. Straight up. That's my word. This is crazy. But this is what goes on in the black family. This is what goes on. And you wonder why I don't go to the cookouts, I don't go to the family reunions, none of that stuff. Because they'll create lies. Well, I just don't understand why he's just feeding them children. You know what I'm saying? Vegetables. Where they gonna get that protein from? Here we go with that BS. First of all, know how many children I have and know their names before you come out your mouth and say anything about my children. Second of all, black people always talking about that goddamn protein. You don't even know what the hell protein is. Stop it. Stop it, because what you're really trying to say is amino acids. And we're getting our amino acids and then some. How about this? How about I ask you family members that say that bullshit? How about this? Did you get your zinc? Did you get your manganese? Did you get your magnesium? Your iron? Your vitamin D3? Your vitamin B12? Did you get that? Or do you know anything about that? I am sick and tired of the black family and how it's structured. Really, it's not structured any kind of way. Tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. And if any family member is looking at this, you wonder why I'm several hundreds of miles away from you, or at least 2.5 to 3 hours away from you. It dreaded me so to move back to Charlotte. Atlanta was just fucked up. I'm just going to admit it. That's the reason why I moved back. But when I was in Atlanta, knowing that I was including my family in New York, anywhere between 6 to 12 hours away, oh man, that was wonderful for me. Because I knew nobody was going to come see me. And if somebody called, you can easily just blip, rock that to the voicemail. You have reached Langston 2092, And please leave a message beep after the beep. Well, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't play games, man. I'm cold as ice. Why? Because my family members are just like that. They cold as ice. Don't spread your don't talk about some shit that you don't know. That you don't know about. I'm telling you, yo. You know how many times people have called me and said, "Hi, how you doing?" And they just really want to know what you're doing. Like they want to be in your business. Then next thing you know, everybody else know that you're trying to open up a business. Well, you know, he's trying to open up a little business and all, you know what I'm saying? I just don't know how he's going to do it. You know, he got all them kids and all, and such, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yo, listen, if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. Straight up. Stop running your mouth. Because see, when I run my mouth about my family member, right? Prime example. Let me give you an example. Not saying that this happened because it didn't, but let me give you an example. My cousin had a baby, right? Baby's 5 months old. Let's say she can't afford Pampers, right? I'll be the type to call my aunt and be like, yo, you know, my cousin over here, you know, she don't have no Pampers. You understand? So like, let's come together. You know what I'm saying? You cash at me, I'll cash at you. Let's come together and buy a bunch of Pampers on Amazon and have it sent to her house. You see how that sounds? That makes perfect sense. When you have something to say about a family member, when you talk about their problem, and you solve it, you give a solution. Other than that, you just running your mouth for nothing. And let me tell you something, when family members run their mouth about your business, it hurts even worse. It hurts even worse. You know how bad that hurt me? When the mother of my children's mother told everybody that I tried to kill her, that hurt me. You know the pain I went through. The pain I went through. Yo, they called me, right? She had the baby. Everything was fine. I had made food for her and all of that stuff, and I bought her a plate. You know what I'm saying? To the hospital, the mother of my children, that is. I bought her the plate. We was joking, laughing, and all that stuff. Like, damn, boy, we got a whole bunch of... we got a whole bunch of children. But, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So we was laughing, joking, and all that stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I'm gonna go back, put the children to bed or whatever have you. You know, I'll see you tomorrow morning, right? Get home. As soon as I went to turn on the water to give one of the little ones a bath, I get a phone call. Yeah, Langston, Mr. Langston, you know, of course that ain't mine. Y'all know that ain't my real name. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, Mr. Langston, there's a problem, a situation. They didn't even tell me. So here I rushed to the hospital, and then they tell me that she went, you know, she went in, she had seizures and all this stuff, and they induced her. She went into induced coma, right? I go see her. I go see the mother of my children. Her eyes is rolled back in the back of her head. Her nails have blood and skin, which she was, I guess, clawing herself. And this damn lady had a nerve to say that I tried to kill her. I'm telling you, if you're going through what I went through right now, disconnect. I don't care if it's your mother, your father, if they are not here to help you, if they don't make your life, if they don't give you a beautiful environment. And what I'm saying is, like, if you're around them and all you feel is tension and pain and suffering, walk away. It's not worth it, especially if they don't pay your bills. And to be real with you, if they do pay your bills, it's not worth the headache. Straight up. Find you an extra income, or if they babysit your children, find another babysitter or something. Because it's just not worth it. This is a new day and time. This ain't the old school anymore. You know what I'm saying? Where you got to be married to somebody till death do you part. What? What? Let me tell you something. I'm never getting married. But if I do, I'm not going to follow the Christian traditions and all the rest of that shit. She going to have to give up the pussy, because I'm going to have to get that pussy before I say I do. Because that's going to be the same pussy I'm going to be banging out for the rest of my life. So I gotta get a taste. Yo, everybody gives out samples. I'm dead ass serious though. Everybody gives out samples. Straight up. Go to Whole Foods and be on some shit like, yo, I like to check out the chocolate covered almonds just to see how they taste. And serve what is it? A clerk or whoever works for the Whole Foods or whatever, they'll come up and they say, okay, no problem. Give you one. Okay. It's not sweet enough for me. That's the same thing I want to do with the punani. Nah. You're a good girl. You cook, you clean, but the punani it's a little tart for my taste. But yeah, man, it's real. This is a new day and time. You don't have to deal with your family if you don't want to. Especially if they don't make you happy. Especially if every time you turn your back, they got something negative to say. Straight up. Straight up. That's real talk. Let me count on one hand my family members. Pretty Ricky, the mother of my children, and my children. And I got more than 3 children, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, as a collective, they make 1. That's it. 3. That's my family. The end. 1, my sister. 4. The end. Chapter, book, closed. I tried to make amends with my father, man. So many times. Until it was ridiculous. You know what? You know the last... I'm going to tell you one thing he did. One thing he said. He said to the mother of my children one year, he just with you, so he won't have to pay child support. As much as I love my goddamn children, man. Just imagine if the mother of my children really believed that shit and walked away from me and took my children. Just imagine that. And I forgave him for that. The last thing he did, I don't even want to talk about that. I'll just say this. I was about to pull out on him. Straight up. That plain and simple. Because you don't mess with nobody's children, man. You just don't. And I'm telling you, man, I'm only giving you my business so that we can relate. So you can see, Langston, I see why you don't fuck with them. And I'm trying to get you on that level. Get on my level. Straight up. You need to think big. Straight up. You're thinking small. It's a new day and time, man. And let me tell you something, for all you youngins, you're not gonna live forever. You're not. I'm telling you, man, I ain't got but so many years on this planet, and I'm gonna make it worthwhile. And I don't care. No, seriously, I don't care. I just don't. I don't care anymore. You know what I'm saying? My moms and my father, they passed away. Well, guess what? I love you. You can love your loved ones from a distance. Straight up. It's seriously, like, I'm about to move, you know. I ain't gonna tell y'all when, but when I move, then that's when I'm gonna move. Excuse me. But you can love them from a distance. I want to be, if someone were to ask me how far you want to be away from your family, right now, I want to be in a different time zone. Yo, I'm joking, but I'm dead ass serious. I want to be, when they call me, I want it to be 5 o'clock in the morning where I'm at, and about 10 o'clock at night where they at. For real. I want them to be on some shit like, I ain't got too much longer on this phone with you because I don't know, I don't know how much this is going to cost. Because you in another time zone. Yeah, man, I'm not playing. I'm not playing, man. If they call you and ask how you doing, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you a secret. Give you this one secret. Most black families don't like to hear about health. They don't like to hear about drinking water, eating vegetables, eating fruit, anything that's good for you. Exercising, they don't want to hear none of that. Straight up. So the minute they say, hey, how you doing? I was just calling to see how you're doing. Be on some shit like this. Oh, I'm doing great. I was out there exercising, and I had some spinach and some kale to get. That's all you had to eat. Yeah, I'm detoxing and click. Hello? Hold on. Hello? Yeah, what happened? I mean, well, I had to charge my phone, up because this cellular phone, it be acting up sometimes. The battery, it be going dead real quick. But Ma, you want a landline? This is a house phone. Yeah, but it's a cordless. Ma, I just seen you got the dial joint like. She got the old school dial joint where you push the one and that shit go all the way back. Two. Yeah, what happened? But listen, come on, my diabetes is acting up now because black people don't know how to say it. They don't know how to pronounce diabetes. My diabetes is acting up. I got that cataracts, in one eye. I'm dead ass serious. Start talking about health, and they'll be running away like when you turn on the lights and roaches scatter. Woo! Yo, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good, yo. If your family, I'm saying, like, for real, if your family ain't about that life, and what I mean by it ain't about that life, like, if they don't want to bring you joy, love, and happiness, man, walk away. Other than that, if you enjoyed this video, man, I got more. In store. Just like this. Let me know in the comment section. Other than that, my name is Langston2992. Yeah, 2092. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Peace.